Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for watching this video because I desperately need your help choosing which of these three planners I should use for 2021. I even have pro-con lists for them. I just don't know. So the three planners I have here are a Golden Coil, a daily Erin Condren, and a Plum Paper daily. I've done flip throughs on all of these, so I will link those videos below. So if you haven't seen what their insides look like, definitely go check those out so you can give me an informed decision based on your planner knowledge, which is by far superior than mine, on which one you think will work best for me. So if you already know what's going on in these planners, I was about to call them bad boys. I don't know why I always call things bad boys. Like, ooh, look out, that planner. That's a real bad boy. Let's start with the Erin Condren Daily because that's what I'm currently using, and I've used it for 2020 and I like it. That's why it's still in the mix. I do enjoy it. There just seems to be something missing. So let's go over what I like about the Daily Duo and then what I don't like and move on to the other ones. I love that it has tabs because the Golden Coil does not. And I love that it has a Sunday start, which also the Golden Coil does not, which seems a bit strange to me, but we'll get to that. It's super easy to customize and change. I have a lot of supplies for it already. I have a ton of interchangeable covers, dashboards, all of that. It's really easy to put things in and out of it. It's a super easy coil to uncoil and recoil, that if I want to change things up, it's not hard to do. I can add another monthly view, which I have done, so I actually have 2 monthly views each month in that, and I really enjoyed that, but I'm willing to give that up. I also really like the productivity page at the start of each month for my habit tracker, and I really love how big the space is for the to-do list. There's a lot of room on each line to write like a full explanation of the to-do list item. And I've talked about this page 1,000 times before, but that accomplishment page at the beginning where it has the 12-month boxes and I can write what we've done and gotten up to for work and everything in that section. I just really like that as a way to look back and see what progress we've made, and some of the other planners don't have that. And by some, I mean one other planner. What I don't like particular about the Erin Condren is that you can't customize the back pages. The other two planners, you can completely customize the insides to exactly how you want it when you first purchase. The Erin Condren, you kind of have to do your own DIY makeshift changing up, and it's not just like perfect straight out of the box. I also don't like that the hourlies end at 7 p.m. Whose life ends at 7? Mine basically starts at 7. So having a planner that has hourlies that go a little bit farther would be preferred. And honestly, a con for it, unfortunately, is that I'm just kind of bored. I'm interested in checking out other planners, which led me down this journey, and I wanted to see what else is out there. I've been using Erin Condren for a really long time, and there are obviously advancements in the planner world that I haven't been able to take advantage of that I wanted to look into. Next is Golden Coil. This is the first of these two planners that came in, so I had the most time to spend with the Golden Coil, and it really got me thinking about it and considering it before Plum Paper arrived. So it's kind of a downside for Plum Paper. I ordered them on like the same exact day. So unfortunately for Plum, this got into my hands sooner. So pros, the monthly view fits Erin Condren or 1.5 standard size stickers, so I can still use my stickers in here. I love that it has quotes at the bottom of them that are like pop culture references. I loved that I was able to customize the back of it to my liking. I added in my own pages, as you saw in that flip through video. I have my own section back there that I customized completely to myself. I love all of those features. I love the way it feels very mature and sophisticated. It has this lovely like linen cover that just makes me feel super bougie. It's also one that I'm considering as an all-in-one planner. It has those back pages I added in that I could use as my master to-do list. So instead of having my separate Clever Fox notebook where I write everything down, it could all be in here, which is pretty awesome. Also, the monthly times go until 9 p.m. and technically it goes until 10 because the PM spot you could just, use as 10 p.m. There's a weekly notes page that I love for meetings and writing that kind of stuff down, and then the priorities. There's a weekly notes page after the end of each week, which I love, and then Sunday and Saturday also have their very own full pages, which is always a really nice touch when it comes to dailies. That's like the first thing to go to like reduce page numbers is like adding the Saturday and Sunday together. The Erin Condren does that, so I like when they're separate. Just in case life gets back to somewhat normal in 2021, I want to have the space to plan out my weekends. So as much as I like the Golden Coil, the cons are pretty big. There are no tabs, which you can solve with like a sticky note or adding little bookmarks like I have in. And I kind of like the way that it looks sleek, but I can feel like it's going to be a problem. Like over time, when I want to find February, it's harder to find the monthly views. So over time, that might become a problem. Right now, I'm like, ooh, it's something different. But I think functional wise, that might be a pretty big con. It also has a Monday monthly start, which is something I am so not used to at all. And I know I'll probably mess up those pages once or twice, maybe 4 times. That sounds more like me. 4 months of mess ups because it starts on a Monday, which is just so weird and different. It's not weird, it's just different. It also doesn't have that monthly notes page that I like to add photos and things into. And also, I don't really know a clear space to put my habit tracker. I could put it at the bottom of the monthly view. Like there's a fairly large section down here that I could put my habit tracker, but I'm just not sure. I think mostly because I'm so used to how I've been doing things in the Erin Condren that this is just a huge jump away from that. The Plum Paper fits nicely in between these two. This one is a much more like wild leap into another planner direction. And if I'm being real picky, because hell, why not? I find that the to-do list section is a little small. Like I don't think the hourlies needed to be this wide. If you just bumped it over like 1/2 inch, that would have made a huge difference. So, am I just being picky about that? Maybe. So the third planner I'm deciding between is Plum Paper, and this is the happy medium, the Goldilocks zone. It's different from Erin Condren, but not so different that it's a golden coil, and I'm just not sure what to do with myself. It falls nicely in between. It has a coil I could uncoil and recoil if I wanted to customize and change things up. The golden coils is, there's a name for it, I don't know it, but it's not easy to uncoil, like at all. It's one of those not easy ones, you know. It has a lot of the features I love about the Erin Condren. It has those like monthly pages. I can add accomplishments. It has a tab. It has this like dashboard section that I could easily add in my habit tracker, as well as that line notes page that I really like to use for memory photos. The monthly spread is big, lots of space. It starts on a Sunday, and then it also fits the standard size stickers, so I really like that. And I also completely customized the inside. So if you saw that like flip through video, you know that like I typed in what I wanted to say on these pages, which I think is just the coolest frickin' thing ever. So I have like my meetings, to-dos, don't forget hobby updates, and it has some fun color to it. The golden coil is much simpler, much more like just streamlined to the point planning. This one has a little fun to it. One of my biggest cons for this is that the meeting and events don't have hours to it. I do like being able to see, okay, how much time do I have between these 2 meetings to accomplish things? However, this saves a lot of space. I don't have all of those blank spaces if I don't have meetings. I can just write in the time of the meeting and what it is, and then I can just put them all right here. This is another planner you can add things into and customize and add pages in the back and everything. So that's really awesome. I also forgot to mention that all of them have a pocket in the back, which I use occasionally. It's not like a make or break selling point for me, but they all have pockets. So this is where I'm at right now. I could be perfectly comfortable sticking with my Erin Condren daily. It's worked for me. There's really nothing specifically like wrong with it that I can't overcome or I've already been working through, but it would be fun to try something new. So maybe I only go slightly off the reservation with something very similar, but just slightly different. However, I feel like I'm gonna miss some of the features that the Erin Condren has, and it just feels a little cheap. So I'd have to work on making sure that it feels a little bit sturdier and thicker. Or I go crazy, or I accept that 2020 has completely changed everything and my planning should change as well. Jump into that golden coil, try something completely different, something completely new that just changes things up. Maybe I need that. Maybe I need something that's unlike anything I've used before, just to like refresh. I don't know. So what planner would you choose? Consider the options. Pretend if you don't use a daily that you were going to use a daily. Which one do you naturally gravitate towards? All of the prices are very similar, so that's not really a factor when you come to like customize them. They all end up around that $60 range. So what would you do if you're in my shoes? You've been with me for a while, you know my planner style, you know how I like to use my daily. I'll include videos to previous like ways I've used it in the past. What would you recommend to me? I'm very curious. I would love to know. If there's a way to do a poll, I should figure out how to do a poll. Maybe I put a poll on my Oh Hello Living page. So go answer the poll or just leave a comment, whatever's easiest for you. Let me know what you think. Do some pros outweigh the cons? I'm not sure. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave your response in the comments and subscribe so you can see more videos from me and what one I end up using. I'll definitely start doing plan with me's featuring the new planner to see how the transition goes. We'll go through that whole journey together, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.